that be a meal plan?
Be on meal plan today?
Every day, many students struggle with food, and we want to end it.
But what can we do? Here is what we can do.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Morris, and today we're going to discuss the results of our research project about the meal plan on campus. For a lot of students, it's not the school that's hard. It's the problems that they face with food insecurity because of being low income. So what we wanted to do was open up other avenues where they could possibly relieve this stressor and get the food that they need on campus.
As a result of a survey we took on campus, we got 54 responses. 27 of those, amounting to 50%, said that they had meal plans. Of all of those surveyed, 44% said they had problems finding food on campus. And out of all of that, which is the real thing we're here to discover and discuss, 80% said that they would be willing to donate their meal plans to another student in need. We were investigating, a group of students in UCLA in 2010 started an initiative called Swipe Out Hunger. It initially gives students the opportunity to donate their extra meal plan swipes to students who qualify or that are in need. There are three main steps to the process. Students donate their swipes, and it goes to the school's overall fund for the food pantry or the meal plans, and then students who are qualifying or lower income can receive this. It's similar to this free and reduced lunch program that many elementary and high schools have. The main one we're concerned about is Florida State University, since they're right in our backyard. They've already partnered with Swipe Out Hunger, and they've used the initiative to pass on their swipes to students in need. This is something that we really wanted to bring to the attention of other students on campus. So, as along with 85 other schools across the country, we wanted to ask our students, would they be willing? So next is our interviews with the students on campus to find out more.
I think it needs to be more diverse. Well, actually, one, it needs to be more healthier. I think that's the reason why I kind of diverted from meal plans.
So you're not on meal plans anymore?
No, I'm not.
Were you on them last year?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the main reason why. That's the only complaint that I have against meal plans, because it's really not that healthy. Because you have Chick-fil-A and Qdoba, those are basically, and then there's some other options too, which is I guess a bit healthier, but it's more expensive though.
What do you think about the feasibility of meal plans? Do you like how expensive are they for students?
I think it's too expensive. Well, like, yeah, I think it's too expensive because honestly, if you compare what I buy and compare it to like the meal plans daily I get, I'm spending a lot more money here than like what I usually eat, buying my own things and making my own food.
Yeah, that makes no sense. So other schools have partnered with this company or this project called Swipe Out Hunger, which essentially allows students to donate their meal plans so that other students can use them if they don't have enough or if they're low income. So what do you think about that?
No, I definitely like that idea because I honestly help out a couple of my friends out too with meal plans. And honestly, last year I didn't use all of my meal plans, and I definitely did not use all of my Sodexo funds. So honestly, that idea is probably it'll help towards those, especially those in need, because I didn't use all of mine.
So would you say you donate your meal plans?
Yes, I would, because I do it to other friends too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being interviewed. Appreciate it.
Bryce Turner. I'm a sophomore in mechanical engineering.
Okay, Bryce. Are you on meal plans currently?
I am currently on meal plans.
How many do you have?
14 per week.
Oh, okay. Do you ever run out of them?
Do I ever run out? No, not usually.
Okay, so you cash it. Do you cash them in?
Sometimes, not always.
Okay. So how do you think meal plans have benefit or detracted from the college experience and eating on campus?
So benefit, it means, I think it benefits you as a parent. It can help you plan and ensure like your child always has a method of getting food. They don't have to watch an account to load money onto. They don't have to cook themselves. I think that's a big thing, especially for like underclassmen, younger students. It can help ensure that they have something in place that they will be
that
eating.
they're actually eating. Yeah.
So I think it benefits you as a parent, and it gives you that simplicity of all you have to do is go up and swipe your card. The way it detracts is money. When you do the price per meal for the meal plans you get per semester, take the total you pay per semester divided by the number of meals, it's pretty high per meal depending on the plan you get. And so obviously monetarily anything that costs more money will detract from your experience generally.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that one. So speaking of, what do you think about the feasibility of meal plans, especially for new students or low-income students, particularly? Like, how expensive are meal plans?
The numbers I've heard, I've never done the math myself. I've heard it's like $11 per meal, which you think about if you spend $11 out getting food, like that's a decent bit of money for going out for like dinner or something. So I think it's not a great system, especially at its current price point. But obviously there are things influencing that, like the buffet, the new buildings that we're probably trying to fund with that money. So it is justified on their end, but I don't think it's a great system now.
Absolutely. Okay, so there's an organization called Swipe Out Hunger that's partnered with 85 schools currently across the United States to allow students to donate their extra meal plans, so that other students who can't afford meal plans or can't or run out of meal plans can use them to eat. Have you ever like donated or given a friend a meal plan before?
I have, yeah. I've gotten friends like meals on weeks like Thanksgiving week when, so I live locally. So when you go home for break, if you have one of meal plans and you have a bunch left and you're not going to be here eating for 4 days, you can like get your friends lunch or whatever. We do that a lot. So I haven't given them away, yes.
Do you think if the school like initiated or like fostered that program, it would benefit the students?
Yeah, it would absolutely benefit them. I think the question would be more of would they buy into it? But I think absolutely, yeah, because if you could take the money, if someone cashes out, they're going to get like a couple sodas for like the $11, let's say, that's the value. That's obviously not a very good trade-off, whereas if you take the $11 and donate $11 to like feeding the poor, that's a much better system.
Absolutely. So I think that is where we're trying to go, and to try and benefit other students, because I know personally that I've gotten meal plans from other people. But what do you think Embry-Riddle should be doing about the cost of meal plans in terms of what students can afford or can't afford?
I'm not sure. There's probably not much room to change the price of the meal plan system. Realistically, I think it probably is based on some pretty tight numbers. The food service industry is generally pretty low margin, so there's not a lot of wiggle room to mess around with these things. So I can't imagine there's much they can actually do to change the prices, especially with building new things, increasing your student population. But I think addressing why the costs are what they are, so publishing why these numbers are what they are to the students, would help students make decisions and help students get less angered and annoyed with the prices they're paying.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Bryce, for your input.
Thank you.
That was incredibly insightful. So, thank you.
Moore, and I'm aerospace physiology.
Awesome. Do you currently have meal plans?
I do not currently have meal plans.
Okay. Did you have meal plans last year?
I did have meal plans last year, yes.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I just want to ask you a few questions about meal plans.
Okay.
You can be completely honest. This isn't Sodexo hacked or anything.
Right,
I'm not going
right.
to come after you for doing anything of the sort.
Not.
So I just want to start off by saying, how do meal plans help you out or make it difficult to eat on campus?
Last year?
Yeah, when you did have meal plans. Or this year, if there's anything that changed.
Right. So last year, I think it was really convenient, because almost when you're a freshman, you don't really have to, if you have meal plans, you don't really think about food.
Right.
But now that I have dining dollars, you kind of have to have it in the back of your head, like, oh, I'm spending money.
Right.
But when you have meal plans, it's okay, I have 14 meal plans, I can
14
spend
a week, right.
as much as I want,
Right.
you know. I think it was definitely convenient, and it was easy, and you can get a lot of different things on campus and get in abundance.
Right.
But
And also meal plans are reoccurring, so if you run out, you know on Sunday you're going to get 14 more,
exactly.
as opposed to dining dollars.
You just run out.
It's like you run out and you don't know when you're going
Yeah.
to get more money, because if you don't have it, you have to wait for your parents to get it, and the parents have to deposit it, and you know, all that good stuff. So how expensive, when you did have meal plans, how expensive did you think they were? Or for Riddle, like them charging meal plans?
I think overall meal plans are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an RA now, and so I have dining dollars, and we do get a stipend, but they don't actually give us any meals or any meal plans or any form of way to pay for food. And so we actually have to use our own money that we earn for using our stipend for food. And a lot of it is too expensive to get a meal plan with just the stipend. I mean, you'd be spending all your money.
All your money.
Basically.
No money.
And because we get paid over the semester and not in like a lump sum, we can't just drop $2,000 on the meal plan. You know, if you don't have the money, you don't have the money.
Exactly. You're right. So that's a good point. So when you run out of that money, and I'm assuming that's just like, you only have that job, that's the only job that you have?
Right.
So when you run out, you run out.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever had an instance where you ran out of money, or you had to go through like a long period of time where just like, or you had to make, you know, the dollar stretch, as a lot of people would say?
Right. Yeah, there was one time where I definitely had $1.50 on my Eco card for a good week.
A week? You had $1.50?
Yeah.
So what did you do during that week? Did you ask other people for meal plans?
I was having to ask other people for meal plans. I was having to eat off campus and spend more money off campus. And so it was just really inconvenient.
Does your stipend include everything on Riddle, or is it just like a general just money?
It's just money that they give you, which is good, but at the same time, like, they should give us at least some form of food, or at least at the beginning.
Or at least like 10 meal plans a week, and then your stipend. So you have
something like that.
Because I assume most already spend that money to eat because, you know, they're already living for free. So. So one more question. Other schools around the country participate in this Pay It Forward program, basically, like Texas A&M and Florida State. For example, if you have extra meal plans on your, you know, Eagle ID, at the end of the week, you can donate them, or you can put them in a food bank, basically, and that food bank would then translate over to basically giving out meal plans to people in need. Would you be interested in that at all? Would you think that's something that would benefit?
Yeah, I think that's really great, actually, because I know that my freshman year, I would end the week with like a good, sometimes even 6 meals.
Right.
And that's a lot. And I mean, all you can really do with that is cash out for what? Gatorade? And that's so useless.
Yeah.
You know, like, am I going to drink 20 bottles of Gatorade? Maybe,
Probably
maybe not.
Right.
But I can at least give it to people that are literally starving, that are actually not having food, don't have meals. And I think that's better, because I think one of the best things would be about meal plans is being able to give them to other people, because I know that I had friends that were like running out of meal plans while I still had
Absolutely, yeah. And to add to that, I mean, everyone assumes that Riddle is, you know, a rich kid school. It's very expensive, but there's a lot of people at the school that are in need of food, and being that it is so expensive, a lot of people use all their money just for school and tuition and books. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that need more meal plans or can't afford meal plans that are just, you know, running their bank empty on just regular money and food at the campus. So, well, thank you.
Thank you
for participating in the interview, and you betcha.
Thirsty Thursday. Yodeling, 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 yodeling. Thursday. I'm up and I raise my cup, singing everything is gold. Crew neck and a white blank check, I'll be moving on my own. Oh, I'm done sipping on that love, it's another bumpy road. But I'm up and I raise my cup.